Howard University in Washington, D.C. is one of the U.S.'s most renowned historically black colleges and universities. And at its helm is a progressive and passionate leader. On Caribbean News, Damian Sogren has more on the 17th and current president of this prestigious institution.
Trinidadian-American Dr. Wayne Frederick is a renowned surgeon, educator, and the current president of the famous Howard University. Let's learn more about his unique journey, how his Caribbean upbringing has contributed to his success, and his plans for carrying on the rich legacy of the historic HBCU.
I was drawn to medicine because I grew up with sickle cell, and so I got very interested in trying to find a cure, being a physician, etc. In addition to that, my mother, who was a nurse for some 51 years, also played a significant role.
Welcome back. Well, Howard University in Washington, D.C. is one of the U.S.'s most renowned historically black colleges and universities. And at its helm is a progressive and passionate leader. Today, our One Caribbean News, Damian Sogren, has more on the 17th and current president of this prestige institution.
Trinidadian-American Dr. Wayne Frederick is a renowned surgeon, educator, and the current president of the famous Howard University. Let's learn more about his unique journey, how his Caribbean upbringing has contributed to his success, and his plans for carrying on the rich legacy of the historic HBCU.
I was drawn to medicine because I grew up with sickle cell, and so I got very interested in trying to find a cure, being a physician, etc. In addition to that, my mother, who was a nurse for some 51 years, also played a significant role. She would come home from work with surgical masks and caps, and I would get to kind of interact and engage. She also became a district health visitor and would bring people to our home for dressing changes and so on, people in the neighborhood. And she would always remark that I was always willing to look at any wound and assist her in any way, regardless of how, gorish it may have appeared at the time. And so I would say very, very early on, I developed an interest in medicine in particular.
The now president of Howard University shared that although as a student he lacked involvement in student organizations and the politics of academia, he developed a great passion for the institution.
What I did do over the course of my matriculation at Howard was fall deeply in love with the place. Just really developed a clear understanding for Howard's mission and a clear commitment, to see Howard University thrive. So I was extremely humbled by the opportunity. At the same time, I recognized the sacred obligation I had to build on Howard's legacy and to also build even a new legacy as Howard moved forward.
In addition to keeping the institution financially secure, implementing sound succession planning, and continuing to raise the bar on excellence for the university, Dr. Frederick outlined some of his goals for Howard.
Our graduation rate was some 38%. When I started, it's now about 62%. And so driving that type of academic excellence was important. Expanding the research enterprise. When I took over, we were doing about $45 to $55 million worth of research expenditures a year. That has now been almost doubled, and we're now in the 100 million plus range. And then making sure that we could secure the facilities, the infrastructure for the campus was important, and we've just announced a $785 million investment in facilities on campus, in addition to a $650 million hospital that we intend to build.
He credits his encouraging Trinbagonian upbringing as a major contributor to his success.
I say often these days that one of the most important things in the keys to success with young people is that you must instill confidence in children early on. And in spite of my sickle cell, my grandmother in particular, always felt that I would succeed at anything I put my mind to. And I think that was extremely important, having her confidence behind me was very, very important. So I give a lot to, my Trinbagonian roots. I also think the communal type of living that I had growing up in a neighborhood where you knew everyone by name and where people were very supportive of your pursuits was also very helpful.
Dr. Frederick shared his feelings on being a recent recipient of TNT's highest honor, the Order of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago.
Extremely humble. I mean, I remember growing up in primary school and doing social studies and learning the names of luminaries who received those awards, and never once thinking as I read those names that I would be among that group of people. So it was extremely humbling.
He shared one final message about his alma mater and the university he now leads, which was once described by legendary Caribbean Prime Minister Eric Williams as the Black Oxford.
As a student, I was pretty quiet, focused on what I needed to do in terms of my work. I never saw myself as a 17th president or even a surgeon. And the fact that Howard not just provided me with that opportunity, but prepared me and had me walk into that role and then ultimately hold the mantle of leadership, I think is an example for what all the young people who are listening can be. Howard is a great place to bring your journey to. Howard, I think, is a great place to make sure that you get molded and groomed in the manner that you would like.
For further information on Howard University's 17th president, Dr. Wayne Frederick, please visit the website president.howard.edu or follow him on social media using the handle @HUPres17. This has been Damian Sogren for One Caribbean Television.